Kaboom! And I am live. Gonna do a shorty tonight. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, hump day to you. Let me refresh this and see where I am this evening. Pardon me. Let's see. Mexican beer does that to me. Blame it on the Mexican beer. All right, let me get this up here. I don't have a thumbnail tonight. We'll hope that Streamlabs is cooperative here. Tough guy chat. Is there anybody I can beat up tonight? I made a comment. Message me today. Are you gonna beat anybody up tonight on? Hey Nellin, how you doing? Hi Gina, Susie, Joan, and Smith. Hello to you, Sweet Pineapple, Fruit Loop, Cindy. Yeah, your Friday night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought Catpole was a dirty stripper or something. Watching a Hong Konger movie, Hard Guns, 1981. Well, I'll tell you what, Hong Kong is a shambles right now with this coronavirus. I like the way, yeah, blame it on the whiskey. I like the way that World Health Organization we have to sugarcoat things now and make sure they're politically correct. Like the Wuhan coronavirus was too charged with, what would you say, maybe racial overtones or ethnic or xenophobic overtones. So we had to change it to some weird WDCV 14XY XYZ. Hello, Hidden. How are you? Nice to see you. Blame it on the nocturnal. Nice to see you. Was born in 81. Susie, good evening to you. Hello, Vicky. Yeah, that's what somebody said tonight. They messaged me. They were being funny. Are you going to beat up? I mean, are you going to be live streaming tonight on on the street? Man, I'm 5'6" and like 168 pounds. Okay, let's keep it real. All right, let's keep it real. But it is nice to have good hand speed there. Hello, Angus. How are you? Yeah, I've been beating people up, Pineapple, without you, Ram. Love you too, Gina. I'm here. I'm just going to stay very. Why are you going to stay quiet, Amy? I like my bubbly, boisterous Amy on here. Honey, you're my girl. What's the problem, huh? Come on, get on here. Be on here, act like a big complaining baby. Ah, yeah, no. Reviews are kind of mixed about last night. Um, let's keep it real, okay? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a peacemaker, and I admire Marshall that that is his initial instinct. And I'm embarrassed sometimes that my initial reaction when faced with with the thought of physical altercation is yay, you know. Yay. No, I'm not like that, okay? I'm not all lit up. Hey Tara, how you doing, beautiful? I'm not all lit up. Complain. Hello, how are you? Hi Leanne. How are you? You have nobody feeling. Yeah, I got that. We get in trouble. Yeah, Vicky's all mad at me these days. So hopefully we'll get it squared away. Well, it took me a long time to get over that picture you sent me, Vicky. Okay, I'm not used to my girls sending me dirty pictures like that. Okay, so you get what you get. Thank you, Nell, and I am sure glad that you enjoyed it. Uh, things vary, right? It depends. To a person with a hammer, I've always said everything looks like a nail. And if people don't like you on the daily, they're not going to like you in your chooch. They're gonna find a way to shade everything that you do. And I guess it's a byproduct of just that everything can't be all rosy and perfect, despite how hard it is to try to keep a positive bearing in the world. You're going to lose some people along the way, and some people are going to be embittered by the experience, and it just, it figures. How you doing, Patricia? No, I wasn't gonna do any whipping on anybody, but I'm not gonna give up my ground either. But I did want to open tonight because I was sitting at dinner with Missy Jen. We were sitting at the table, and I'll often click on Tucker if he's live. I've enjoyed Tucker's chats for eons. And I've thought we had a pretty good relationship. I've wondered a bit lately as one of his wing ladies has kind of shaded me over the last couple chats, and that's fine. You know, it is what it is. You know, I think the feeling is if Rosie doesn't come on your chat or come on your side chat, then it's somehow like she thinks that she is better than we are. And I never have a feeling like that at all. It's just that I don't like YouTube drama. I don't like to go on panels because inevitably a lot of them end up talking about other people on YouTube. And it's something that I have tried and strived mightily for almost a year to get away from because I don't enjoy it. It always devolves into problems. Okay, it's not a good way, in my opinion. You become eventually what can be called a dramakazi. Okay, a term that I coined on YouTube for drama. The channels that will just destroy themselves for the sake of short-term views, dramakazis, and I did videos about that. Now, I'm not, let's just put it this way. You know, I was kind of surprised to hear that the video that I did this morning about greed in YouTube was somehow interpreted as being directed at Tucker, which was not my intention. As a matter of fact, if you listen to the video, the three examples of stupidity that I gave of myself were me, number one, stupid, owned it, dumbbell. Number two, the guy in the garage in Washington State. And number three, the guy we affectionately know as the man in the can. Okay? Using them as examples of the slippery slope. But I guess to a person with a hammer, everything begins to look like a nail. So I want to make it perfectly clear. I had my 3 minutes of explanation on what I hoped would happen, and many of you were on that live stream uh, last week when I said I have respect for Stellar, I've had respect for Tucker, and if you all remember that live stream, I said that I hope everything comes out and these two guys can eventually be friends again. Okay. I don't like the term passive aggressive because I've had to endure a lot of nights of hearing, well, what's the news on YouTube? As if you don't know what the news is. It's just a leader to get people biting and to be putting out news either about Missy Jan or myself and having a side chat that's often replete with nasty names that are immediately wrenched up. I've never complained about any of that stuff. It's the spirit of YouTube. It is what it is. I have respect for people. So just know at the end of it all, I hope that everything gets straightened out and that peace can once again be upon the land. Okay? Now, having said that, to me, it would be very easy just to clear the air, but I'm not you, I'm not anybody else. I don't dare tell anybody what to do on YouTube. I never have. I don't critique other channels. I don't come out and ever tell people what they should do because it's not my business. Hello, Ghost. Nice to see you. So I just wanted to make that perfectly clear tonight because I took a little bit of offense to that. And I've taken a little bit of offense the last couple of weeks that somehow the messages, because I don't go and show up maybe on panels, that I somehow believe I'm better than other people. I don't. But if anything, the last year has showed me that going my own way has been, number one, mentally very healthy for me. Okay, very healthy for me mentally. And number two, I can stay out of trouble. And number three, if I do get in trouble, It'll be out on YouTube or in real life like last night. Okay? Nice, safe confines, nice parameters. Yeah, I've lost some people along the way. People that are like, I don't wanna be around when Marshall's around. I don't want to be around, and I don't want to be watching. Okay, when he leaves, I'll be back on the channel fine. And then you show up again, and something happens, and you get irritated. Well, whose fault is it at that point? You've willingly said, I don't want to come around when he's there. And then you come around again. And then you get zapped, offended, and it's my fault. Okay? These are the things that I always fail. Well, let's put it there. I never can understand on YouTube. People that complain about it, but yet they show up to punch the clock all the time. Okay, so doing content that people obviously enjoy watching, and the numbers certainly bear it out. Whether I'm alone or whether I'm with somebody else, people enjoy streaming. They enjoy the content. Okay, it's like JK said, when I'm nice to someone and they treat me poor, I just block them. Well, I've ended up doing a lot of that. And I've seen now that some of the legendary haters within the community that have gravitated to hate chats or chats that are just hosted for the purpose of attacking one person have now started to migrate because their watering holes are drying up. They're starting to migrate to nice people's chats now. And I gave one of my friends a warning about that tonight. Don't let your channel be hijacked by hate. Keep your channel happy, happy, happy. Okay? Don't be fooled by numbers when numbers swell up. Okay? And maybe the head gets a little swollen and you think I'm on the right track. Okay? It's very hard to stay in a positive direction. All right? But you have to do your best, especially these days when we sail so much into the headwinds of mental health issues on YouTube, uh, uh, just a million things, addiction problems, just so many things that weren't here years ago. Okay, and it makes it exceedingly difficult to stay on the straight and narrow and do your own thing. But you do have to be able to brook some criticism. Hello, Mark Handler. So I just want to end on a note. I don't have anything against you, Tucker. I'm not trying to shade anybody. I haven't gotten involved in any of that except to say one thing, that I hope it all works out in the end and that one day you and Stellar may be friends again. Okay? The one and only thing that I ever mentioned here on my channel. Everything else was a general warning that, if you start to chase the buck, then problems come, okay, and they develop. Uh, yeah, Madowix is just like, and then just when everything's going fine, we get a deadly virus. It's like we cannot catch a break. Every time we get this turkey airborne or going down the runway, we blow another tire. Okay, and we're skidding on the runway. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is Captain Jim. We've had a slight bit of difficulty, some mechanical trouble. You probably heard it. We've lost a tire on the runway. We'll have to be turning back to the main terminal. Please see your ticket agent at the counter to rebook. To rebook your flight. Yes, yes, yes. Now, yeah, Brian did show up last night, and I walk a fine line with people. How much do I want to let strangers into my life? I'm happy and I'm friendly, but I like to. Doesn't mean that I have to be friends with every certain people, every single person that I meet, right? And, you know, I've had a raft of people contact me over the last 48 hours in particular. I just think I'll drop by this, I want to drop by Saturday night. You know, I'm thinking about driving up from San Francisco. It's like, man, I don't really even know you. And it might not be a good idea, you know. So I wanted to kind of put that out there tonight. Hey, Bad Hemorrhoid, how are you? So I'm just saying, I like to be friendly, but I'm not the kind of person that's going to continuously welcome people. Every time I'm here or there, you know, we all have to make our own way in life, and kindness is a great thing. Thank you, Joe. Okay, thank you, Amy. It's a right. Brian needs a friend, and you know, in need financially and things, but I cannot. I don't have the ability to emotionally invest at this point in my life for somebody. I feel very saddened about the turn of events that has brought him to this point, and I think he would understand that. So I'm very gentle uh, with the way that I think I deal with things like that. So you know, I cannot just have somebody randomly just popping up. They're perfect. It's perfectly legal to do so. I had somebody riding by in a truck yesterday, hooting and hollering on the stream. That's okay. When I was out there. But it can be a bit disconcerting when you look up and then there's somebody appears again. How do you handle that? To the very, very best of the very best of my ability to do so. So uh, be respectful. Now, how does that fit into the jigsaw puzzle of last night on the streets? Well, number one, I'm in a city. Now, let's be clear. Marshall is here. He doesn't have a job in the sense of working and pulling a paycheck. He may consider YouTube a job, and I'm not here to argue with him. At some point, other people on YouTube have moved to the point where they're able to sustain themselves on YouTube earnings. I don't know how they do it, okay? Because quite frankly, it's pretty much peanuts, all right? And I'm grateful uh, for the other things that I have gotten, the courtesies that people like Patricia Wakefield have shown me, and Katie, and so many people, other people on the channel in my world in OKC, they've been fantastic, and Susie and all these people. Um, but to me, it's not. It doesn't define what a job is. But I cannot tell other people what they should be doing in terms of that. And so as a result, he's welcome here on the rancho. He's been in residence here for 4 months, and we've been working to do this band restoration. But in the meantime, we have been a city that's under siege here with the homeless situation. We've had hundreds of homeless people that had to be forcibly removed from a state trail here that runs through the city. I didn't even show the video of Corporate Parkway here, all the nice office buildings and things, and just the circle of doom with abandoned RVs and travel trailers and trash heaped up in piles like you wouldn't believe. Okay. Every direction I turn, how you doing, Matt and Eric? Every direction I turn, somebody's got their hand out. If I'm coming down a freeway off ramp, somebody's got their hand out or a sign. I'm leaving Home Depot the other day, and even the guy holding the sign recognizes me from YouTube. Hey, YouTube! You know, and I'm like, the hell? Hey, you got a dollar or two? And you guys know me, I generally give a dollar or two when somebody asks for it. But I don't give it to people that are sitting on their haunches, 25 years old. And I sure don't start confrontations. And I sure didn't get in Quinn's grill last night. But man, when he jumped in my grill, then it's on. So let's not get it twisted. All right? We have an A, a B, a C, and a D. The part A is you asked me for money. B is I'm allowed to give a response. And okay, I didn't give the most respectful response, but if get a job is the worst thing that you're ever going to hear in your life, then you're going to have a tough road to hoe through life. Okay? And now, if that offends you, then we come to see where I turn around and all of a sudden, Marshall's, it's on. Whatever's happened, I got no idea. Takes me a couple seconds to put together the fact, hey, this was the kid that wanted to drink on my dime on the ground. And notice how people called him homeless that were critics. In no way, shape, or form did this guy look homeless to me. But it's so easy to instantly categorize someone is homeless because they ask you for money on the street. Well, in my position, you get pretty good, and I spend a lot of time on the streets. I spend more time on the streets than 98% of the people probably on YouTube. And you become pretty good at sizing up who really needs something and who wants to drink or just goof off on your dime. I'm not required to give. And if I want to tell somebody to get a job, then get a job. And if that's offensive and you, oh, that poor homeless guy had to endure that indignity, really? And then part D is the situation now comes to me. Okay? And if you want to jump in my grill, you could call me all the name dude in the wig. I could give a rat's. I don't raise my voice and I'm just my natural self on the street. And if you don't like the answer you get and you want to drop down to that, that's fine. I'm up for it. I'm up for it. Let's see. We've seen Quinn previously in a different church. Rosie is going on. You gave him money. I don't think so, Patricia. I've never seen that guy in my life. Okay. Yeah, Buddy said, "Well, I'll let you know. I'm going to say this, Buddy. Hey, Bubba Bug, how you doing? Although I'm not one to be the first one to throw a punch, I'm glad to mix it up if you do. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to play a tough guy role tonight. Okay? That guy wasn't even close to having pepper spray deployed on him last night. Okay? Thank you, Gina. Yeah, I was ready, but I don't think he saw it, and I don't think he heard me until we were face to face, 1 inch apart from each other. Then the situation, interestingly enough, at that point the situation diffused, didn't it? Some of these people on the street, and I don't find that they're the homeless people. I find that they're the people that want to make a quick buck by just hitting up somebody for drink money so they can go across the street to the Russian River Brewery. Man, they get a lot more. They got a lot more bounce to the step than the homeless people, right? I mean, phew. All right. Sympathy for old Quinn was about less than zero last night. Now, that's a combination of a city under siege and somebody with their hand out at every corner, every bend, everywhere outside of 7-Elevens, Home Depots, Walmarts, Kmarts, Targets, gas stations. Hey, I need some money for gasoline. And you look at a lot of these people and they're like in the prime of life. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, Costco's hiring for a starting wage of $18 an hour right across the street. Target will start you at $15 an hour. You can probably be a waiter at Applebee's and probably clear with tips about $22 an hour. Okay, that's my thoughts about about that. But do I seek out? Do I welcome this conference? Now, for people that say, "Oh, you get in somebody's grill on real life, and you're going to get it one day," well, how about if they get in your grill? Hmm? You know, I didn't see a sign on D Street that said Quinn Street, private property, stay off. In other words, I'm supposed to redirect my life. And somebody else said, "Oh, you shouldn't even have been in that part of town." I'm in the prime restaurant entertainment district, bars, clubs, restaurants, the very jewel of Santa Rosa right there on 4th Street. And I'm not supposed to be there at 8:30 at night? Yeah, thank you, Missy. I'm not supposed to be there at 8:30 at night. To a person with a hammer, to a person that doesn't like you, everything looks like a nail. Everything you do will be shaded with the brush of dislike. And that's just a fact. And lucky on my channel, I have people that understand the true battle worn veterans, the true warriors that understand how YouTube really works. The people that want to try there desperately to negatively influence a channel, and they're you get them out, "Did you remove my comment?" Of course I removed your comment. You called me the C word on a comment. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to let that stand on my comment section. Or want to twist it around that, "Oh, you took advantage and threatened a homeless person on the street." Really? Really? 5 feet, 5 feet 10 inches, Quinn, 25 years old, and a 61-year-old old bat. Tell you the truth, Bubba Bug says, "I hate the word work since I became retired." So do I. I hate the thought of work. Of course, I take care of my comment section. I'm not going to let, and I never have, I'm not going to let haters disrupt my channel that I've worked so hard to build because they have a negative agenda here on YouTube. I'm not going to do it. I don't care about the thumbs up and thumbs down. I appreciate thumbs up. Don't get me wrong. Okay? But on January 3rd of 2013, when I opened my channel, YouTube gave you a choice. Do you want your thumbs up and thumbs down to be on public display? I'm like, sure. I'm not weak. And the channel stayed up, even with termination, same original channel brought back. And that thumbs up and thumbs down has never been turned off. Okay? Now, sometimes people get mad, like, "Oh, uh, when we had the Mustang Ranch thing, and the haters were like, 'Oh, we got such a good chance to shape this message.'" They piled onto the end of that stream when I was on the hot mic, and man, did they sense the chance to try to damage the channel. So what they were really hoping was that the comment section would roll and the video would stay up with the comment section. But you know what? I took it down and I turned comments off. And one guy came out and did a video. "Oh, you have the comment section turned off. That either means you have something to hide or blah, blah, blah." And yet the same person came out multiple times in recent videos and had the comment section turned off. You know, do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so yes, I do take steps that I'm not going to allow the forces to come in, the forces of negativism to hold sway over that. And I've encouraged other people that have chats, especially people that are just starting out and with, building their channels, to build it in a positive way. Don't allow it to build in a negative way. Don't allow it to be a festering ground for people with a bone to pick or an axe to grind. Because there's a lot of miserable people That's fine, Nellen. You got the wisdom of about 10 of me put together, honey. Okay. So I just wanted to make that clear about that today. Yes, thank you, Maggie. It's my channel, and I'm going to do it my way. Nobody else helped build it. Okay. Other people, oh, I need to take a break for a while. My head's in a bad place. I've continued and pounded away at this because I love it for over 7 years. Loving others every single day. Now, do some people get envious? I don't know why. When you look at the effort that's put in, the number of videos that's put up, the subscription number is pitiful. It's like you're pounding nails into the wall with your head. Okay, yeah, but it feels good to me to do it. And then Sparcio, subs must have been bought, or this or that, or you hear it all because of very malcontented people that can't get off the dime in life and ever achieve anything at all. Okay, and they become entombed in bitterness, and it shows. Thank you, cute kitty kitty. I don't mind negative. There's a ton of negative comments in my section, but there's also things that are filtered out. There's also words and comments. There must be some 2,800 comments held for review. I don't got time to go through page after page after page. Okay, and look through all that nonsense, and then some people's end up in the spam area. It sucks. That's what I'm saying, Spirit said. We have very little trouble here, Rosie. Looking at others' channels is scary. You can see the direction that some things go. Exactly. So to continue to have that positivity has been stamped as the best thing for me in 2020. And it's a thing that's been great. Do I miss panels? Yeah. Do I miss talking to people on panels? Of course I do. I'm a sociable person. I love bullshitting with people and cackling and drinking. But remember, I'm the one at the panels turned into Jerry Springer shows. Remember that? Jerry, Rosie. Remember that? So out of control. People getting booted out. People being kicked from the side chat for just showing up. If something's not fun anymore, you don't do it. Okay? That's right, Dave. You do what you got to do to make yourself happy on YouTube. And the thing that's made me most happy in 2020 is getting away from the negativism, turning off so many and just unsubbing from so many of the channels that just fire up the negativity on a daily basis. And I just scratch my head and say, did they ever have a happy day? Does anything good ever happen? Does anybody just buy you an ice cream cone randomly or a beer that you can come home and say, hey, I found a 20 spot on the sidewalk? The sidewalk today. Okay, so that's not for me. That's not the stuff that I enjoy. So, you want to have other people, and I'm not immune. I sit there and turn on Hangouts and listen. And you just hear people whine and complain about what happened, and then go put their spin on it about how it was rude, taking things totally out of context. That's why I always love to have the original source material stay up. I don't take down my Hangouts. The Mustang Ranch one is still up. The hot mic. You know why it's still up and doesn't have a comment section? Because people can go back and listen to it and make their own judgment without being influenced by an invasion of negativity that hit and puffed that up to 350 people on that chat. That wasn't people that were enjoying the stream till then. Okay? Last night stays up. You judge for yourself and make your own judgment about it. Who got in whose grill and how things came down. That's right, Bubba Bug. And there's so many people lately that have come to me over the last 4 months and said, I'm so glad I've got my head out of that space of just the nightly negativism and the bash fest and things like that. And that's a good thing. It's good for your soul. It's good for your spirit to be like that. And it feels good to have a beer once in a while too. So I'm going to have a beer and get on to some fun stuff, and we're going to discuss polecats on on here. And we're all in Let's have a chorus like, thank you, Patricia Wakefield, for your courtesy. Oh, please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore. Is that Engelbert? Yeah, there's Gypsy. All right, Gypsy. Yeah, everybody's like, what is a polecat? Yeah, Jero says, Rosie, I had no idea you had your pepper spray out until I seen it on Marshall's stream. Well, I don't think Quinn saw it either, to tell you the truth. Okay. It didn't deter that guy one bit, but what did the trick was being this far from his face and having him to understand, don't back down. Okay. Yeah, what a great saying. Hmm. Maggie said, have you seen the new laws coming out about drones? They will be shut down soon. I got my drone, and I will be flying it more. I keep it low. I think the rule is if it's line of sight, if you can see it, then you're probably okay. Thank you, sweet pineapple. Yeah, Engelbert Humperdinck. I'm still California dreaming. All the leaves are brown, the leaves are brown, and the skies are gray, and the skies are gray. Love mamas and the papas. Take the ribbon from. Quinn was furious, but big deal. Big deal. Okay, tough crunchies. That's life on the streets. You wanna make your address. You wanna stake out that corner and ask people for money. Well, you have good days on the job and you have bad days on the job, right? I did. Some days you're happy, some days you're not. All right, not everything is gonna go your way. Somebody like that is a huge contributor to what's wrong with society today. Did I have to lug that kind of guy along? Okay. Take the ribbon from your hair. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You got me chair dancing. Quinn was angry because he just expected it. No. Well, people give Marshall advice all the time, right? Get a job. I decided to give Quinn a little bit of advice. I don't hear anybody jumping on the people that give Marshall the advice to get a job, right? I mean, holy hell. Yeah, Patricia, how you doing? Thank you. You would not do it unless you had Elvis or D. I don't even know what that means, Gypsy Soul. You haven't made sense once today on any chat that I've seen you on. All you do is just troll, troll, troll. But carry on. I think he thought that, yeah, the lab, that's life on the streets. Not amongst true homeless people, but people with mental challenges, mental health issues, or people that get offended because they heard something that they don't like to hear. Okay? All right? You thought the louder you yelled, the more fear you'd be in. But I don't scare like that. I don't do that. That's right, Cindy, and we don't ever hesitate to tell people that they need to get the job. Okay, nor do we consider it offensive to the person that's asking for the money to get a job, do we? Yeah, I'm safe. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, you're dead wrong, Gypsy Soul. You don't know me very well. You just arrived on the scene. You don't know me at all. I've been on plenty of solos. I've walked down the alley of doom next to the railroad tracks and been attacked with a guy with a stick. Okay. Mm-hmm. How'd that turn out for that guy? Well, his stick got thrown at him, back at him, and his cell phone got thrown over the fence. Okay. And you know what? I continued on with my walk. All right. So yeah, be sure of your facts before you sound off. Uh, Combination of offended, cold, and hungry. Yeah, that's it. Don't care if it's right or wrong. Help me make it through the night. Happy Valentine's Day. Coming up, Dave says 3 days of rain and I'm gone insane. Well, people are freaking out here, Dave, because we've not had a speck of rain in the month of February. All right. I mean, they're freaking out. We had 82 degrees the other day, shattering the record high. Global warming concerns, climatological shifts, natural cycles. I don't know. But I'm not complaining because no rain. Yay. I love that. Yeah, that's right, Cheryl. Long before Elmo and Dee, there was just Rosie on her chooches. 100%, 100% correct. Okay. But you get a couple of these people that just rolled up off the turnip truck. Okay. That think that this all just began in the last few weeks when I've been out walking. I've been out doing the streets since 2013. All right. Line screw is free. Yay. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's it. Sean, Rosie, you're so submissive. Beat me. Make me write bad checks. Send here. No more snow. Spirits, which area of the are you in the U.S., honey? I forgot. Tim Sears, if cigarettes cause he can't control his spending, I pray my dad lives long. I couldn't live with him. Well, it happens with money. No, I didn't start carrying pepper spray until 2019. So wrong again, Gypsy Soul. Wrong again. Fire season might be worse. Well, I think it probably will be worse this season. But you never know. We could be deluged in the month of March. You just never know. Yosemite, how you doing, baby doll? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And thank you, Mouse Toes, for being on today. I hope you don't go out chooching at night on your own. I probably will, Patricia. I'm not particularly worried about that. Now, I want to speak about moderators. Again, I think it's a very difficult job for people to be moderators on channels, okay? Particularly if the host or hostess is off doing something else and the side chat is just running, okay? And I want to thank Missy Jen. I want to thank Mouse Toes. I want to thank Jen, Kim C, JK NoCal, Tom Finland, and the other people that take their time to moderate and to be here to keep an eye on the flow of things. They don't have to be here at all. But I just want to tell again how very appreciative I am of them. I'm doing well, Yosemite. I'm doing very, very well. Uh, so thank you. Yes, I love the mods here. It's a very stable core. Don't give out a million wrenches because the people that have the wrenches on here, at least in this point in time, and this is no slight to some other great people that have come out of the drama and prepping community, but they're battle tested. And they're not going to time out or boot somebody unless they feel it's warranted. Okay. Now, Mr. X, I know that's kind of a wild card in there, but Mr. X has been a good friend of mine for many, many years here on YouTube. I've spent a lot of time with him in real life. That counts for something in life. He's also a friend of Marshall's. And there's nothing wrong with having a little balance on the channel, too, to kind of keep things squared up on the deck of cards here. Okay? But I am very appreciative of what they do. And what I don't do is second guess what they do in terms of the things that they do on the side chat. I've never had a case of ever wrote one of my moderators and asked them anything about anything of anybody that got blocked. Once in a while I get something, hey, this person wanted to be unblocked and here's their channel. And it works out okay. It's nice. Let's see. Let everyone in this channel. And mama this right, Amy. The mama that runs it. So yeah, and I want to be thankful for that, and I hope at the end of this month that I can send a little something to a little thank you. Most of them don't take it, okay? They won't take it, but I do try to jam it down their throat sometimes, whether they want it or not. It's just a little something. Yeah, that's it. There we go, Mike Loyal. How you doing? I got that beer right there. Yeah, he's kind of a dick sometimes, though. But Mr. X reminded me one night that everybody has feelings, even Marshall, and it pains me sometimes, to hear the things that are to see the things that are said in chat, especially since I think he's really tried to set himself a new course and try to have more positivity and to stay away from a lot of the controversy and things like that. And I think to a large measure he has succeeded. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, the van build is basically over. Thank you, Ronald. It's all mop-up work now, just dotting the I's and crossing the T's. I mean, putting that kitchenette and getting that thing set today. Uh, there's a couple more weeks, just very minor stuff. We want to take some shakedown drives to make sure that everything's going to test out and work okay. The generator in the field and all that to make sure everything is going to be Cheryl, you're too cute. Cheryl, like he tries to force us to like him. Cheryl, God darn, I love you. You are really the pepper, honey. You are the cayenne pepper. You and Missy on this channel, and I hope that Lavender. I haven't seen Lavender, and I hope. Oh, you live in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Okay, spirits, I got it. You and Missy. Well, Missy, putting women down is something that women have the ability to click off that channel and not watch. And I think that's the point that I think I've made. And YouTube gives us the ability. And I know he's on my stream, and I love having you on my stream. But I do try to moderate a lot of that flow, at least when I'm around on there. So, but I can't really change somebody's basic nature, and I've had to definitely face that. And that said, you've been a good influence. Can see he's actually trying. I think he's looking forward to getting on the road and really having something that he can show people. Have something with pride to show people that this is mine. I did this myself and restored my van, and that would give me a very good feeling in life to have. Everybody needs some point of pride, I think. Something that they can point to and say, "This is mine." Thank you, Guido. Nice to see you, by the way. Yeah, and if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so. Okay, let's see. Tough guys don't start it, they finish it. Exactly, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So the message will continue to be shaped. People that enjoy street streams will see a positive Rosie going out there and having a good time. People that don't like me or don't like the channel will continue to see and pray for the day when a camera gets smashed or I'm physically assaulted on the streets. It's just it goes with the terrain. Bacon is good. Positivity is best. Yep, Jay. There's going to be a lot of fun coming up. Oh, thank you, spirits. I appreciate that. I haven't even. I smelled like. Okay, what's a polecat? Anybody know what a polecat is? You can tell if you grew up in the South, you know what a polecat is, and I definitely grew up in the South. Anybody know what a polecat is? Yeah, that's nice. The Coachman Leprechaun. That's nice. The 21 foot. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, it's turned out really good, spirits. Pepper spray to the face in the Z format. FYI, there you. Yeah, thank you, Lolly. Nice to see you. Nice videos you've been putting up. It's a skunk. It's a southernism for a skunk because it has the white stripe down the back. I always kind of wanted to have one as a pet. I always thought that they were the coolest animal. They had the coolest fur until I started driving and popped one under the wheel of my 1963 Chevrolet Biscayne. And man, did I not like skunks after that. I don't know how that skunk, it popped under the front wheel. Somehow I had a slant six in that Chevy, that piece of crap that I hand painted with a can of paint and a paintbrush. That polecat somehow got flipped up under the wheel, came up through the engine compartment, got sent into the fan blades, God rest its soul. And that thing sprayed joy juice all over that car. I was pulling fur out of the air cleaner, fur off the batteries, fur the top of the hood looked like a New York murder scene. Okay, it was that bad up there. And that car did not stop stinking. And unfortunately, this happened in I don't know what happened in October. So I don't know when it was. But that thing smelled like a mofo through New Year's of that. Of that, yeah, that skunk. I know, Lord, man, that poor skunk. Its last moments. Can you imagine whipping through the fan belts and right into the fan and bzzz, and it was like it hit that stink sack and just blew that all over. I couldn't even, for the first 2 weeks, I couldn't even get in the car because I would get all teary. I'd be teary when my friends like, why are you crying? You know, it's like, well, sit in here, man. Take it. Uh, yeah, the poor skunk. I feel off. I love animals. I love animals. I love all animals. There's not, I'll go out of my way to try not to smack an ant or, pick a slug up and try to put it in a better location and things like that. Um, let's see. I really love them. I mean, they're so cute, but they had, Jen's like, we had one under the house when I was little. It sprayed it and smell got into the house. Our clothes, everything. Missed 3 days of school because our clothes smelled so bad. It was crazy. These things are insane, and they're like the ultimate animal nuclear weapon out there. This thing just stunk to high heaven. So today I smelled like a polecat out there working. It's been warm. I can't get used to the fact that this is February what's today? The third. What's today? Is today the 12th? It's Lincoln's birthday today. I can't get used to the fact that it's February 12th and it's, upper 70s here. Pretty weird weather. But up in the northern tier, the temperature dropped. I don't know, something like 61 degrees in 12 hours or something. So something crazy up there. You use tomato juice to get rid of the polecat smells, bro. The tomato juice. Isn't that weird? Yeah, skunks are fast too. Uh, where we Marshall and I were riding somewhere. We were on a live stream and a skunk got in the middle of the street, and I'm like, oh my god, no, no. And I'm trying to go this way, and the skunk goes that way. Then I try to go the other way, and the skunk's weaving back. And I'm like, this sucker just wants to be hit the car, right? And finally, we just went by. Well, Brooke, very happy birthday to you tomorrow, baby doll. February 13th. Yeah, I heard it's a polar vortex, so I can't say, yeah, go by fast. So I can't say too much. Well, I didn't want to hurt it was so beautiful. It was just waddling and it was trying to go this way and it's panicking. I don't know whether it was on the highway or road or something. Uh, I don't know. Somebody will tell me. I was on the, I don't know, we were going to Petaluma or something. You remember the stream? It just got out in the middle of the street. Okay, pineapple. Good night, baby doll. So I'm gonna listen but try to go to sleep. Skunks in that damn time usually have. Yeah. It's a shame that they would make such. Yeah. Remember the big one in Point Reyes? Oh my God, Cheryl, that was insane. Down there. The whole community smelled down there of just skunks. I'm hoping to go down to Point Reyes and have an overnighter. Will be a bit signal challenged, but it'll be 25 miles each way kind of trip, which will be a good trip. Yeah, Vicky's like, I remember this skunk. Yeah. Yeah, Billy Boy, the mayor. Yeah, it was on the way to Healdsburg. Thank you, Cheryl. And every time I tried to turn this way, the skunk went that way, and I turned the other way, and he's going back and forth across the road. And I'm thinking, now watch this guy's going to turn just head on me right here, right, bam, right, right here. And all I could think of was that skunk getting caught in the serpentine belt again and going crazy on there. So I think tomorrow we'll get an early start to go down to Petaluma. We couldn't really see anything. You guys missed a lot of the beauty of the town last time. Okay, so we'll figure out something to do. Yeah, Point Reyes is really pretty. Now it's quiet. It's very serene. The town shuts down, but um, I find it rejuvenating to go down there because of the natural beauty of going along by Tamales Bay and all that. So. Uh, oh wow, is that true, Julie? Even if they remove the scent glands, they always smell. Oh wow, okay, well, that kind of scotches that idea of a polecat. Yeah, birthday chooch. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brooke. Ooh. Happy birthday to you. From the man in the wig. Oh my God, look at Golden State. Please don't eat Middle Eastern food. We've not had Middle Eastern food one time around here, Golden State, except down in Berkeley. And you see how that turned out down there. How you doing, Jay Holly? Yeah, there's Dave said the skunk walked right by me yesterday. I stood real still. Skunks, I just think skunks are absolutely gorgeous animals. They're all My friend says they smell like cotton candy. I don't know. Cartoon where the cat was I live with the skunk. Vicky, are you drinking tonight? Yeah, Paso Robles. That's pretty far down the coast. That would be a nice trip. They always smell. I don't know. I really love them. Go to New England and look for Middle Eastern food. We just don't. All right, Jen, just remind me, honey. I'll be chooching something for you. I'll probably be in Vegas, babe. Probably be in Vegas. Okay, take care, Amy. Nice to see you, honey. I guess some people are crazier than me. There you go, Tim. Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. I was trying to sing some Bee Gees. And we'll all again in Massachusetts. I was watching a 1971, I don't know, it was 1971 clip of the Bee Gees singing Massachusetts, and somebody made a comment in the comment section that was a glorious time when good vocals mattered more than bad teeth. I thought that was pretty funny. You know? Oh man. Do 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 do. Yeah, there's Jen. Jen's like, yeah. mm. How you doing, Jay Holly? Jay Holly's like, yeah. So we got some good stuff coming up. Obviously, today was a really big milestone in the van, and I do really think Marshall's truly excited about getting on the road himself. It's not been a joyride. It's been very comfortable wintering here. There's no doubt. Being able to have a roof over your head, be able to click a heater on, have lights, have internet, have a full bathroom facilities, refrigerators, be able to cook and things like that has been a blessing. But it's not his scene, right? It's one reason I like to travel. He said, Rosie, if it was so great, you wouldn't be on the road to Vegas. Well, I'm like, man, I worked for 46 years. I couldn't just take off on a flight of fancy like now and go where I want to go and be gone for weeks at a time. Man, dude, I had to work. So I was chained here. All right. Now the chains are off. I have the freedom to travel. Of course, I want to see other. Of course, I love Vegas. People love me in Las Vegas and love chooching in Vegas. Yeah, North Shore, how you doing? So I understand that, Julie. I understand that. I understand that. I'm not sure, Yosemite. I don't want to be insulting. Obviously, you guys know we have wonderful people like Patricia Wakefield that send wonderful things to the rancho here, which Missy Jen, Marshall, and I will enjoy the fruits of that pot roast coming up. And some people want to sponsor travel. Okay, hotels and travel and trips and things. I can't tell somebody that they're not part of it because I'm not the one extending the invitation to do it. So you got to bear that in mind. You got to bear that in mind too. People have ideas about what they like to see too, and a lot of people have commented that they enjoy the content. So, wow, Golden State says I was walking by Griffith Park Observatory. That's in L.A. On the west side of LA at night, and the skunks were coming at me, hissing and growling, not friendly. Yeah, I don't think I'd. Oh, cool, North Shore. I don't think I'd enjoy a gang of skunks just going crazy. Well, we don't know. I don't know, Mouse Toes. I don't know. So. Oh man, Cheryl, you're funny, honey. Let's see. Perfect says Vegas sucks. You arguing with Elvis is gold. I'm crazy though. Yeah. Uh, I'm an alpha. I love love that. I never even thought about alpha, beta, zeta personalities until, I encountered all this MGTOW and alphas and the beta boys and Lord. Hey MB, how are you, sweetie? Hey Katie, how you doing, honey pie? Yeah, that's good, Julie. I'm glad. Enjoy your time with him coming home. Yeah, you're doing something when someone sends you rose. Hey, Johnny West, that's right. When Patricia, we already got it, Patricia, and we made a video yesterday. Did you see that yesterday? We did a video on showing that. Do 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 do. Julie's like it's like struggling to get to the top of the hill and being kicked back down. Julie, it's like chutes and ladders, huh? You just get up that final ladder and turn. There you spin that little wheel, roll that dice again, and right down the chute. Boom. Where's the cheap prime rib in Vegas? I'll tell you what, North Shore Towing, you need to go down between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. You need to go to the California Hotel. They put you a spread down there for $9.99. Now get this now. $9.99. I've reviewed it. I've put it up. They'll give you a salad bar, and it's not some crappy salad bar. It's a 25-foot long salad bar. Okay? You get all your salad, everything, all the fixings that you want to put on it. Okay? You already ordered your prime rib dinner. You tell them how you want it cooked. They bring out a nice. I give you a choice of sides. You want baked potato. You want rice. You want French fries, mashed potatoes, and they'll give you a green on the plate. Big whomping cut of prime rib. Okay, but wait, there's more. When you finish all that, then they bring you a Cherry's Jubilee with real ice cream. Not that BS casino buffet, soybean ball sack, whatever they put in the bullet. That ball sack vanilla, whatever that crap is in there. Perfect. It's okay. I have a very low voice, so it's very guy's gonna usually pick me out if unless I go raise my voice, I'm fine. But okay, $9.99, you get all of that. Okay, and just get ice water, you're good to go. $9.99. Okay. There's where you go for the prime rib special. All right, man, that is some kind of eating. Now they also have some other specials every night. Lomi salmon, and they got Kahlua pork, and remember it's all a lot of Hawaiians come in there. So they have a lot of the dishes, the oxtail soup, and some other things. I've been to Lake Mead, Jay. Jay, I've done videos on Lake Mead. I have multiple videos on Hoover Dam. And my oldest daughter, for some reason, she seems to remember that we went out to Hoover Dam, and she's had some nightmare that I took her by her feet and just dangled her over the, by her feet on the face of the dam down there. I mean, are you kidding me? Really? I can barely look down there without feeling like I have vertigo. And finally, she's finally let go of that idea that it probably really didn't happen. uh, let's see. Julie said under Obama, the casino buffets really got crappy, y'all. Now prices dropped. Prime meat and seafood are back. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's at the California Hotel. It's down on Main. It's down on Casino Center, or it's on Main. It's bounded by Casino Center, Main Street, and Ogden. On that corner. The Silverton has all you can eat lobster tails and swim. $49.95. Johnny, I don't want to freak you out, man. But if I ever had to pay $49.95 to eat in Las Vegas, I'd go to the top of Hoover Dam. Okay. If you don't know me by now, ooh, you never, 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 ooh, I am cheap as hell. I'm always seeking out the values. We were in where were D was over getting his motorbike repaired. His scooter. I've never been to Laughlin. No, I was over getting. He was over getting his scooter repaired, and I was riding up and down Boulder Highway there, killing time. And I practically ran off the sidewalk because I saw like a 20, like a 16-ounce T-bone for like $9.99 at the Longhorn Casino or something like that. And I went back and I told D, and he's like, "Jesus, you're foaming at the." My God, you're slobbering and foaming at the mouth about this $9.99 Longhorn. And I'm like, but dude, it's $9.99 for a 16 T-bone, man. It's $9.99 or whatever. It's like, okay, calm down. All right, let's go check it out. We got back, and they're there at the bottom of the big ass sign. There's little teeny letters. It's like have to have 2,000 points on your card or something like that. Yeah, wedding singer. That's it. Yosemite's like, was Obama in charge of his economic police? Yeah. How you doing, Marshall? There we go. Elvis is going to make a video. I think Patricia's here. Yeah, she was here a bit ago. Thank you, Marshall. That was nice. We've certainly been a beneficiary of a lot of people's generosity on here. Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. 12 East Ogden Avenue, Las Vegas. Right there, right downtown. Let's see. Goldie said the pub at New York Casino has the best steak. So I've just got to be ultra, ultra cheap. The casinos kick 75% of staff to part time. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's good. Yeah. Wedding Singer was good, Cindy. As long as it's not a Barry Manilow concert, right? Told you I had to boot one of my college girlfriends. All she wanted to do was go see Barry Manilow. Well, you cannot be sad when you're sad. Ooh, feel glad when you're glad. If you only knew what I want to do when I see you on that stage. If I had a BB gun, do do do. I couldn't take Barry Manilow anymore, man. That was it. I had to give her the royal boot. Brian likely has it now. We're okay. Yeah. Yeah, oh yes, Patricia, he did get that today. Yes, he did. Yep. That was very wonderful of Patricia. Cheryl's like, I can't see him on there. God, can't see. Yeah, Manilow. This was like a Manilow free zone, right? So, uh, yeah, I knew. They were pounding into my head, Golden State. Oh, Mandy, well, you gave without taking, and pass me the 9 millimeter. It's another Barry. The other one too was who was that guy? Roger Whittaker. Yeah, remember he had records on TV for a while. KTEL Records presents Roger Whittaker. I was like, who the hell is this guy? I'm like listening to Rolling Stones and David Bowie. Who in the hell is Roger? Roger Whittaker. What the WTF, right? I don't even know if any of you ever heard of the guy. Barry Manilow threw panties back at fan. Ah, uh, Roger, yeah. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Ooh, it's not unusual to have fun with anyone. Do, 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 do. I like a good dynamic show. He would have been good to see in Vegas. Chris Stapleton in concert. I think I've heard of him. Yeah, got the song in your head. That's it. Hashtag pussy. Neil Diamond, yeah, got a little bit overdone on Neil Diamond, but Roger Whittaker, huh? Everybody's talking about a new world in the morning, new world in the morning every day. I myself can talk about a new world, and you can tell it made an impression on me. I'm going down old Durham town. I'm going down old Durham town. I'm going down old Durham town. Do do do. The best thing about Roger Whittaker was he had the best looking female vocalist on microphones there, man. Woo! Sad O'Neill. Well, I enjoyed Carrie Underwood was the last great concert that I saw. Man, she played on for an additional 45 minutes when the concert was over. 45 minutes at the Reno Event Center. Flying to Vegas, not bringing the tow truck. There you go. There you go. You have a good time in Vegas. Did you ever want to see Elvis in concert? I did. I did. Um, my grandmother from Asheville, North Carolina, absolutely I idolized Elvis. She took us to before she became a hopelessly alcoholic at the end. She would take us drunk driving to see Elvis Presley movies, and I was so friggin' bored. I was like 6 or 8 years old. I used to take. They used to sell you cokes at the theater. They'd be in the little 6 ounce pony bottles, right? And I used to roll them down under the seats of the theaters and stuff. So I kind of got, Elvis to me was, and my folks didn't particularly like Elvis. My mother was a concert pianist, so Elvis was kind of out there, and my dad was more into the jazz and big band era and all that kind of stuff. Oh, thank you, Golden State. I really like you being here. Said it's so nice just hanging out and chatting with you. Yeah, he and Ann Margaret. Yep. I think so, Susie. Probably in um, uh, probably when I go down to Vegas, or the real separation mission control to Apollo 11. Beep. We have separation achieved, Roger. It'd probably be sometime in late March before Missy Jen's infusion. He'll be gone to Chicago, and I'll be doing my thing. So yeah, Joni Mitchell was good. Yeah, Joni Mitchell Blue. I used to blow up condoms and let them fly in the theater. There you go, Carl. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. Tennessee Ernie Ford died 16, 16 ton on the voodoo. I owe my soul to the company store. Do 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 do. I never cared for Neil Diamond. Sometimes Cindy, I would have what was called a backlash. They would have um, most musicians. They'd have uh, maybe one or two. They'd be lucky to have one or two hit songs, And the first musician that I really backlashed against was Glenn Campbell. Because in the summer, I don't know whether it was 1971 or what the hell it was, but Rhinestone Cowboy was, maybe it was 77. I don't know. Rhinestone Cowboy was the number one hit. And I was shucking corn, 13 bushels of corn outside of Phillips Restaurant, Ocean City Seafood Restaurant, every day in blistering 90-degree heat. And all I could hear coming from the kitchen was Rhinestone Cowboy being played on WETT Ocean City AM 1640 or whatever. It was Glenn Campbell and Rhinestone Cowboy. And I'll tell you, if Glenn Campbell had been there, I would have taken a corn cob. Well, all right. As a Rhinestone Cowboy. Woo! That killed Glenn Campbell for me. Okay, so Neil Diamond was kind of the same way. It was Neil Diamond hit after Neil Diamond hit after Neil Diamond hit. It's the way I burned on the Beatles. My sister played so many Beatle records. One day, I don't know where she had a sleepover or something like that. I went in and took the Beatle records and I went outside and my brothers and I, we just threw them like frisbees and just had a gay old time. Okay, smashed every one of those bad boys. Yeah, crackling Rosie doo 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 ba ba doo 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 doo. La da da dee. Yeah, it was released in '75, Cheryl, and it all summer long. That's all I heard. Thank you, Eva. We just want Marshall leave because yeah, but you know you have to ask the person if they feel disrespected. I'm city born and raised, and I have a very high threshold of what bothers me. I have a very high meltdown point. So, but I appreciate that, Eva, and I thank you for putting that out there. So I can understand that. Yeah, I was never a fan of the Beatles. I just But just it drove me insane, you know. Just Penny Lane, there is a do 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 strawberry fields forever do do do. Eating with eyes closed, ooh ooh ooh, misunderstanding all you see, do do do, I do 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 do. Ah! Imagine piping that into Guantanamo Bay. That and the sound of music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Ooh. Ah! Another Julie Andrews. Ah! Hey, God, you hear Disneyland $200 ticket price? How's that grab you? The land of the happy mouse, right? $200. 200 buckaroos. Yeah, there is no substitute for gratitude, manners, and cleanliness. So I'm a little buzzed, so I'll look at it later. Yeah, there was a Rhinestone Cowboy movie. Yep, there was. Got smoke playing in the air. Yeah, in the year 2525, if my man is still alive. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. In the year 2525. How long have you known Marshall? Since 2014. 6 years. Do 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 do. Don't pour your love out on me, baby. Take my heart, my soul, baby, but don't leave me here drowning in my tears. Haven't I been good to you? Yeah, Creed Clearwood wrote a revival. I like that. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Walt Disney was a very mercantile person too. Don't. In my opinion, you know, with his start, and he made all the right moves in Kansas City and stuff for launching his empire. Well, I don't know. He was family oriented. He found out that in the 1950s and 60s, That the time was ripe for that family movie genre when we got hauled to, Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music and all that, and all those kind of movies. Yeah, that was big time. And that's probably what caused the counterculture rebellion in the 70s was all, all the pushback against Ozzy and Harriet. Here's Ozzy, here's Harriet, here's David, and here's Ricky, America's favorite family, the Nelsons. Brought to you by Kodak. It was all a big pushback. Uncle Walt. Yeah, I don't mess with Disney, but man, $200. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you get a family of four, and you're almost busting $1,000. Well, you do need you need to make $1,000 before taxes to get four people into there. Yeah, I like Neil Young. Man, I love Neil Young when he was young, and uh, just loved his stuff. Neil Young, and I liked Bob Seger. He almost pushed over into that oblivion land of always having a hit, but it was his talent was so good, Bob Seger, that I loved his stuff. Loved his stuff. You're waiting for Roger Whittaker to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Hey D, how you doing, beautiful? Nice to see you. Oh, Ricky Nelson got killed a few miles from you. Uh, yeah, I was watching the biography of the Ozzie Nelson and his life story, and very interesting. He was a big band leader, and he never read music, which I thought was very fascinating. But he did a lot through that show to showcase Ricky Nelson as it moved into the late 50s and 60s. Ricky Nelson would often sing at the end of those shows in his band, and that was really the first time that a TV had ever been used to influence public about that. Not to mention he was a gorgeous looking guy, but I'm just saying, um, to see how smart Ozzie Nelson was at running the show there and doing all that. Searching for a heart of gold. Sugar Mountain, yeah, yeah, that's it. Uh, yeah, he was good. Neil Young is still great. He's a little political for my taste, but that's okay. The Allman Brothers, I enjoyed them. I go all the way back to Jethro Tull. Happy and I'm smiling, walking miles to drink your water. Iron Butterfly, Anagata Davida. Okay, real good, D. I will see you around, honey. I will see you around. Look forward to it. Love the Allman Brothers. Do 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 do. Cinnamon Girl and Cowgirl in the Sand. That's it. Uh, on her page says it's coming. Thumbs up. Don't know. Thank you, Bam. Peace, love, and happiness. Missy's like, I don't know who most of these people are. You're on a growing channel, you're Missy. uh, Neil Young is Neil Young is dating Daryl Hannah. She's got to be closing in on, dare I say, 50? 50? I like club music, Complain. I really love dancing to club beat music. The problem is that every bit of club music is the copyright does. When I go to the clubs like the Piranha Club in Vegas, I like to dance. I love club beat music, but all of that stuff is always protected. So you can't listen to it on a replay. You don't get a copyright strike, but you get blocked in all countries for replay. So, because they want all that club music to never be outside of the club environment. You know, they want to control that very much. But I like that. I like that music a lot. Oh, you meant all the singers I'm talking about? Yeah, I know. There's been some amazing been some amazing ones. I mean, Sam Cooke and the Drifters, the Platters. They asked me how I knew my true love was blue. Oh, cannot be denied. Mm, 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 mm. Smoke gets in your eye, gets in your eye. Smoke gets in your eyes. Smoke gets in your eye. Yeah, George Harrison kissed R.V. Debs. How about that? How old are Dave's like, good Lord, how old are people? I'm old, man. I told you, I'm an old bat, Dave. Shit, everybody here is all young. Missy's like, who in the hell are these? Who in the hell are these people? Huh? Oh man, who's was that? Marshall's Wash is in, or okay, okay, okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. George Jones, yeah, he stopped loving her. Uh, Daryl, wow, movie buff. Daryl Hannah's 59, baby. I was off by a little bit on that. Woo! Is she still doable? Hey, Dusty, don't hate me, ladies. Thank you, movie buff. I like the diamonds. Do, little darling. To a beat. For you. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-da. I love you. Some of these people were in my history book. I think Missy's like 25 or something like that. Yeah, Hall and Oates, they were good. Yeah, Doobie Brothers, all of them. It was just hard to be in the shadow of the Beatles in the 60s and early 70s. It was the worst period. I hated that period from the last good thing that happened in the 1960s was the Orioles swept the Dodgers in four straight in '66 to win the World Series. That was the last good thing that happened in the '60s. Okay, because the rest is just like crap. Due till about 1970, till Reagan came along, it was just crap. Okay. Elton John's still going. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, Missy's in her 30s. Do. I like George Strait. I like George Strait a lot. I've got, and who was the guy that did, I can't think of his name. I got friends in low places where the whiskey flows and the beer chases the blues away. It'll be okay. Rosie, don't turn in your man card yet. Now I don't see about the soul graces. Hey, Mrs. Wombat Hot Frog. Dad hated the Beatles. My parents couldn't stand the Beatles. I hope to be chooching tomorrow afternoon, Johnny West. I hope to be doing some Garth Brooks. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, thank you. I like that. I like Garth Brooks, the pre-retirement stuff. Chicago lately been on my stereo. Well, I'll tell you what, Susie, you like a lot of brass. You like Chicago, honey. Man, they used to get the trombones and trumpets. They'd blow you out of your seats at a concert. I'll tell you. Yeah, Chicago's great, 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 great band. Don't quit your day job. Yeah, my late song, 60s for What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield. I liked Jim Croce, Operator. Oh, can you please do 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 do? And Gordon Lightfoot. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down the Great Lake they call Gitchagumi. Ooh. That's what I always worry about, Giro. Disneyland. When you think about life and families and you think about the affordability of things, and the only thing that I think invisibility cloak, Rosie, that's it. Don't forget. I know, Patricia. The only thing I think Walt Disney would have really been turned off about was the fact that he wanted the Disney experience to be as broad as possible and to be within reach, I think, of every child. And he also believed within every adult was the heart of a child too. So he wanted to create Disneyland to be a place where parents could enjoy the experience of going to a theme park as much as if not more than the kids could. And he succeeded. But I think a $200 price, you think of a family of four, maybe a family of six or something like that. You take your extended family, maybe abuela with you. You're just six people. You're looking at $1,200 before you even parked a car. And you've got food, another $400 for a day. You're up to $1,500, $1,600. You know what? That cuts off what kids see in the theater. They never get a chance to relate to at a theme park. In other words, I thought to myself, they'll never have that experience of the Mickey Mouse or one of the other characters, the Incredibles or whoever. That's Pixar, but some of the Disney characters coming up and giving them a hug. Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse. I know when I took my kids to Disneyland when they were small, the only thing that they wanted to do was see Mickey and Minnie, even though they never even saw Mickey Mouse was never, Mickey Mouse has never been in any, Mickey and Minnie Mouse have not been in any movies in my lifetime, okay, on Disney, okay? The last thing I remember about Mickey Mouse was the Mickey Mouse Club with Annette Funicello and all that. Okay, so the reality is Disney did a great job of promoting Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse to the extent that even though my kids never saw them in any kind of Disney feature at all, they still wanted to go hug Minnie and Minnie, and their visit wasn't complete until they went in, and we had to stand in line about 40 minutes to do so, but they were enthralled. Oh yeah, they were enthralled to do that. For me, Cheryl, it's a small world. Okay, now I'm going to sound like a real douchebag to you guys. Okay, I went to the 1964 World's Fair, and I remember it like it was yesterday. All right, up in Flushing Meadow, New York. And Disney had unveiled a ride called It's a Small World. And I thought it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. This was the early computer movement, animatronics or whatever. You get on a little boat and you would go through, and it would take you around the world to all the countries, and the kids were in their costumes and spinning and swirling. It was a sensory overload. This was before neon and LEDs and flashing. I mean, this was big time stuff. Okay, animatronics and early computer punch cards controlling all this stuff. And I thought that was the coolest thing I ever saw in my life. Okay. And I loved it so much that I split from my family. Okay, in New York, I bolted. They were at some kind of beer pavilion, the German beer pavilion, and I just took off. I went back to It's a Small World. And I couldn't get on the ride, right? I showed up like, who's your family? And I'm looking around and it's like, well, I got a black family in front of me and I've got a Asian family behind me. I guess I'm flying solo here. And they're like, I guess you're not going on the ride, you know. And I remember my folks were so pissed off. Okay. Did my dad my my dad's like, you know what, those kids that are in that thing that you want to go in and see again? Do you see all those kids in those exhibits from Holland and Japan, Africa, Asia, Antarctica, the Arctic? Like you, how do you think those kids got there? I mean, I didn't know if they were real kids or what the hell they were, right? And my pop's like, when kids run off at amusement parks and they get separated from their parents and the park closes down at night, they got a group that goes around and just picks up these kids. And I'm already starting to connect the dots. Like, yeah, they fit them up for little costumes and they put them to work at the park on the small world. That's where the lost kids go. in on the, in on the, in on the park. Woo! That left an impression on me. That's my Disney story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Carousel Progress, the General Motors Pavilion, the IBM Pavilion, the Ford Pavilion. I remember all those things like they were yesterday. The Unisphere, all that kind of stuff. It was a very Sinclair. I got an injection molded plastic dinosaur from Sinclair for 25 cents or something like that. It was all pretty good. How you doing, Buddy Bopper? Nice to see you on the upside of the earth, my friend. It's a world of wonder, a world of do 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 ba 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 la da dee 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 do 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 da da. Yeah, you could control Dumbo up or down too, exactly. Which was quite a feat in itself when you think about that. Cheryl's like, that was excellent parenting at that time. That kind of shook me up a little bit, you know. Although I did say, which one do I want to be on? Got the badge still from Ford to glow in the dark. Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, it was a great experience for me to be exposed to New York City when I was 6 years old. That was the first real big time travel experience that I had had. I don't really know if they'll ever do World's Fairs again, the expense and everything of doing that, but they were big time. They were good. So when I would take the kids when they were little, they're like, "Oh crap, Daddy O's gonna want to go on It's a Small World. We're gonna tie up an hour on this doofus ride. Do 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 do." They want to go on Space Mountain, where you can go hurtling through space at 90 miles an hour and not see a damn thing except darkness in front of you. Quit smoking and open my eyes. Nice, I did too, Buddy Bopper. On January 1st of 2020, I quit smoking again. I'd been smoking for about 6 months. The good news was it was relatively easy for me to stop, so there was no bad news because I saved a ton of money. So I'm glad that you'll be okay. You get your health back. You get a new perspective on life, don't you? Don't you, CJ? When you go through something like that, when you literally pass away, and you find yourself that you don't even know where you are, and you wake up and they tell you, you know what, brother, you were in a coma for 2 weeks. Now that's a frightening thought. Hmm? That's a frightening thought. Thank you, Maggie says, Rosie, you tell a great story time, and I love your channel. Thank you. Well, when you're an old bat, Yeah, that's cool. Judy says 62 World's Fair was fun for me. Dad wanted to go. I was alone with money, 10 years old. So fun. That's really cool. That's cool. Yeah, my dad put us in the line and went to find a bar. Woo! I like that. Like I said, if we were together last night, we would have had a bond. I know. Buddy Bopper would have flattened that guy. I'm gonna get one more beer here tonight. But don't you find that sad though that the admission price for Disneyland will be so high now that big chunks of huge chunks of society will never have that experience of being able to interface more with what they see on the movie screen. And I think that's kind of sad. I really do. No, I don't think you scare easily. Oh, Master, dang Rosie, you woo scared me. How you doing, Ron? Nice to see you. Yeah, that's poor parenting. Rosie, in another life, you'd be a great late night radio talk show host. Good evening, you're on the air. Hi, Rosie. Yeah, I need to talk to her. This is Rosie. No, I need to talk to Rosie. I'm Rosie. Get it? Uh, Good night, Maggie. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, I was the 200 person now. That's a family fight. I'm just saying, Buddy Bopper. But how do you add capacity to a place like Anaheim, California, that's already boxed in by Irvine to the south? I mean, it's not like it was even 22 years ago, 23 years ago. It's all, there's no more land, right? Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. It's like a sporting event. You can't afford to take a family. Who in the hell goes to a professional uh, basketball game, right? Last time I went, I got free tickets. Okay. You take a family of four to a Warriors game, you're talking about probably something on the order of $700 when you put drinks in and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, there you go. Yosemite says, I'm not as scared to anybody. Might be because I travel in my motorhome. Catch me if you can. Yeah, movie buff, exactly. And if you have to stay at a hotel, you're looking at $145 a night for the Hilton family place. Stay at a hotel, stayed in the temporary home with dad and mom in the Caribbean in the early days. Yeah. How you doing, Hop Frog? And then if you want to go and have breakfast with Mickey and Minnie, oh man, now you're really ringing the bell, right? You're looking like 25 bucks a head for that experience. I'm like, kid, I'll go home and cut a mask out and put it on for you. You'll never know the difference. Is that you behind there, Dad? Is that you? Shut up, kid. The mouse don't talk. That kind of bothers me that, the in a state is so crowded as California and the West that we're just not going to have that opportunity to, unless you really save hard, and then it's just a 1 day or a 3 day pass. No, you're yeah, you're blocked, lady in red. Sorry, first comment I've ever seen. Let's see the character. Yeah, and the character breakfast. So nowadays, just not possible to do that. So apologies, lady in red. I don't ever want to put on the. I've never put on slow mode yet, so it's fine. I may be the only one who hates cruising. Miriam, I don't have any desire to go. I've never really had a desire to go on a cruise too much. It's like eat and drink. So Yosemite says my first favorite place is Yosemite. Second is Disneyland. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Lady in Red. Look at my video I did on the channel called Lady in Red. It's a cinematic video featuring Missy Jen on there at the Luther Burbank Gardens in front of all the roses and all that. So, kiss today, goodbye. Ooh. And hi, Donna, and point me towards tomorrow. This is what we had to do. Can't regret, won't forget what I did for love. Do, 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 do. What I did for love. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Mm-hmm. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Free coronavirus. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's right, Cheryl. I don't think you too, Donna. I'm not gonna have a. I don't think I'm gonna be using the slow mode. In the corner stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade. Yeah, this chat's a musical. Yeah, Hop Frog said on the cruise they throw in the norovirus or is it the rotavirus? Either one is not good. Oh, that's from Chorus Line. I love music. Do 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 one. Singular sensation. Every move that she makes. Do 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 do. One look and suddenly nobody else would do 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 do. Mm-mm. Uh, love that. I love Broadway tunes. Mm-mm. That was a good film. That was a good film. If you're talking about Chorus Line with, who was the guy that was in Roy Scheider. He was great in that movie. Uh, I don't know who you're talking to, Volt. Are you talking to Hop Frog? Hop Frog, Volt Strike wants to know what gender you are, so you might take that up with him. I am an island, and a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. Do 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 do. And just like buffets on a ship, the food is so picked over. Miriam, I'm wondering if I used to find a channel. I used to follow a channel called Sea Cruisers till it turned out that they were scamming people on cruise. I don't know why there's so much scam and BS around YouTube. It's just been a constant theme through the years. But it was two sisters, the Donahoe sisters, and they would go there. I guess one of them, Amy, and the other one, they would go on cruises, and it seemed like Norwegian Cruise Line was like the top tier, like the top level. And then they would have like Princess Cruise, and then they would have like Carnival Cruise down. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. Yeah, Rent to Play. Uh, what is your preferred element, Rosie? Air, fire, water? I guess my preferred element would be berkelium, which is way down, discovered at UC Berkeley, way down on the periodic table of the elements, weighing in something around 328 weight. I don't know what the valence and covalence is, but I believe it sits between californium and hafnium in there. So I think berkelium would be my favorite element on the periodic table of the elements. So. Yeah, the Don Ho tiny bubbles make you wanna feel happy. Don Ho. Yeah, that's it. Remember, I get through the genius level of trivia. Okay, I'm just saying. I enjoyed chemistry very much. Avoid these 3 hour tours, and that goes for everyone else. Yes, that's it. Yeah, Missy's like, well, it's a stupid effing question, you know. It's all right. Boxers or briefs, Volley. There you go. Oh, you saw Don Ho in person in Hawaii. That's cool. Yeah, I'll tell you, Miriam, I knew you'd like Anthony Bourdain. That irreverent, uh, fuck 'em all, take no prisoners attitude of his was tremendous. I loved him. Uh, I'm just stuck with Tom. Puns are the devil's work, so I got none. So, um, yeah. Average price. I don't know. I enjoyed Honolulu for about 9 months, and then I couldn't wait to get off of the island. You talk about rock fever. Um, it's all good. Missy's funny, pizzazz. Okay, I mean she's like the Joan Rivers of my channel. Sorry, her and Lavender. I do miss Anthony Bourdain very much. Don't you hate it when somebody that you have grown so attached to their style on TV, and it's like a little pocket of greatness in a swill of TV land. You had to think like Anthony Bourdain, and then he's gone, and it's just so sudden. You know, he just doesn't disappear into ratings decline and it's canceled. It's just like it's gone, and that's so hurtful. That's so hurtful. Do they one of your subs is I didn't see that. Well, I don't know. No, was I on TV? And if you count being on TV as being in the audience of the Oprah, people were talking with Oprah Winfrey in late '70s or early '80s. Yeah, I was on TV. Yeah. Yeah, I miss John Candy. I felt the same way about him. I was pissed that he was gone. I didn't have quite that affinity for Robin Williams, but I felt that way definitely about John Candy because he was just somebody that you just wanted to give him a big hug. You know, he looks so fun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Looks like Volt Strike is having himself a good visit, huh? Yeah, you all remember Chris Farley in a van down by the river. Yep. Phyllis Diller would untie a pork chop around my deck so the deck would play. You know what was funny about Phyllis Diller? Okay, go ahead, lady in red. I'm watching. You've got my attention. Do 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 do. Now I was going to tell you You know what was cool about Phyllis Diller? Do you know what she first appeared on? You know where she first appeared? Let's see if how good y'all are trivia on Phyllis Diller. Let's see if y'all know the first show that she ever appeared on. Welcome to Planet Comedy. Do 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 do. Don't pour your love out on me, honey. Take my heart, my soul, my money. But don't leave me here drowning in my tears. Haven't I been good to you? Ball do 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 do. La da. Nope. I know the clothes that don't. Do, 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 do. Nope, not Johnny Carson. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Was a copycatter until her 40s. That's right. And do you know what state she was in? Yeah, there's always a that delay. Let me tell you, Phyllis Diller started on the um, Groucho Marx "You Bet Your Life" show. That's right, Bill Ellis. She was on Groucho Marx "You Bet Your Life" as an Indiana housewife. And you can still see that on YouTube, that clip of her appearing on You Bet Your Life. And she looked as crazy. Although her hair was straight, it wasn't it was like a pixie cut, but it was all like she was wearing a star wig or something. It was wild looking. How you doing, Ginger? We got a really big shoe tonight. The Ed Sullivan Show. Do do do. Um, no, she started on Groucho Marx. You Bet Your Life. Let's see. Let me see something here. Yeah, I don't know who this lady in red is. You can give her the boot. The grunge guy passed on from Doug. Happy Eddie Vedder, yeah. No, I didn't miss it. Good night, lady in red. I didn't miss it. There was nothing there, honey. Do 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 do. Nope, nothing there. All right. All right. You must have had quite the educator. Can I ask what you've done in your life? Nothing. I wasted my life. Right. I used to be a guy. You're still a guy, Rosie. Don't worry. You haven't lost that. Da 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 do do do. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Mouse Toes. I don't do dopes in here. All right. Yeah, one of God's gifts. It's I enjoyed Andy Gibb, but he was what 30 years old when he died. That was quite a loss. The Bee Gees. Seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If so, did you like the movie? I believe that I saw that movie. I believe that I saw that movie. Yeah. Do you miss being asked about Pamela? I don't know who Pamela. Yeah, I don't think people realize my age. Let's see. Yeah, 69 years old. Pamela, I barely knew her. Pamela Anderson? If you haven't seen my beach run reenacting Pamela Anderson on Baywatch, that's good. Yeah, why do you think they call it dope? Cheryl and Missy just cracked me up so much on here. Pamela Anderson. I just thought you was in a rock band. No, but I listen to a lot of music, Dave. I'm very eclectic. I like classical music. I like jazz. I like studio jazz, like the Dave Brubeck, Take Five, Stevie Ray Vaughan. More of the jazz out of the Kansas City area. Wilbur Harrison, some of them. When are you going to tell your Hong Kong mafia story? Woo! What was for din din tonight? I had a salad with 2 eggs and some tuna, carrots and lettuce, and I had some spicy ramen noodles tonight. I just want to be your everything. That's it. Yeah, I want to. No, I never went to Haight and Ashbury. Bobby wants to go down there sometime. I think that would be pretty cool, Chooch, to go down to Haight Asbury District in San Francisco and check that out. And go see where Janis Joplin lived and Grace Slick of Jefferson Starship.